Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Arunashri. I'm thrilled to share my 10th lecture with you all. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out any upcoming lectures with us. Without any further delay, let's get started. Our 10th lecture will be OOPS. What do you mean by OOPS? OOP is nothing but object-oriented programming. So yes, which is stand for system. So many people don't know what the S will stand for, right? So S is nothing but it is a system, object-oriented programming system. Instead of that, shortly we are calling it as a object-oriented programming. So what is this object-oriented programming? That focus on using the objects to design and build the application. By using objects, we need to design and build the application. For that, this object-oriented programming will be helping. Okay. So overall, this object-oriented programming will contain and it is mainly focused on the objects. It will contain the objects and mainly focus on the object to design and build the applications on it. Okay. Before going to the agenda of our class, first let me tell why this OOPS will be important for us. For example, in interviews about OOPS, they will ask many questions. Not only the interviews, for programming also, we are seeing that many questions based on the OOPS will be arising nowadays. So compulsory you need to watch this complete video without skip. Even if you are not understanding, please comment below. Okay. Next, what is the agenda of our class will be? What is the OOPS? What are the principle of OOPS? Programming languages that are followed by the OOPS. Is it Java object-oriented programming language or object-based programming language? And is it Java 100% pure and 100% it is a OOPS or not? Let me tell that. Okay, the first question will be what is OOPS? OOP is nothing but it is a programming language, right? So like that, it is a programming paradigm based on the concept of object. It is a one of the programming language. It is completely based on the concept of an object, right? Then next question: what are the principles of OOPS? So in previous classes, I already discussed what is inheritance, what is encapsulation, what is polymorphism, what is abstraction, right? So if you are not listening my previous classes, just go and watch it once. So these are the principle: inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction. Abstraction means all the data should not visible to the user. Some data will be hidden to the user. For example, while you are going to purchasing a car, that time the car dealer will shows you the output or output furniture of the car like color or brakes, like that he will show that one. He will not show the engine and some other inbuilt things, right? So that is nothing but an abstraction. Some content which is visible to the user and some content is hidden to the user called as what? Abstraction. Next question. Is it Java object-oriented programming language or object-based programming language? Okay. Here the difference between object programming, object-based. Object oriented means it will show and use the inherited properties. Okay, it will show and use the inherited properties. What do you mean by inherited? Inherited is nothing but the characteristics or the data or the information will be carried from the parents or any superclasses. So that is nothing but what inheritance. The characters will be inherited from the parents or any superclasses. So that is nothing but inheritance, right? So that feature will be involved in this object programming language, but it is not involved in the object-based programming language. Right, in object-based programming language, inherited properties are not using. So if you want any detailed information about inheritance, just go and check it out channel once. Okay, I already discussed that in previous classes only. Next question: is it Java pure object-oriented programming language? Pure is nothing but 100%. Pure we may call it as fully, truly object-oriented programming language or not. Can anyone tell whether it is a truly or fully or pure? Yes, the answer is absolutely no. No. Why? Because Java is an object oriented programming language only, but it is not fully because some object oriented features are not fulfilled by the Java. That is not 100% true, right? So what are the features which is not fulfilled by the Java? In Java, we use it primitive data types and static keyword, right? Primitive data type means what? Primitive data type means like int, float. So these are some primitive data types we are using in our programming, right? Static keyword, static like static for only some classes we are using. Public means a complete class, and private. So these three types of keywords, right? Public, static, and private. So we are using here static keyword and primitive data types. Why I am telling this is, while we are creating the primitive data types, for example, in a equals to 5, we are not creating the object here. We are directly declaring the value, or we are directly initializing the value. If we are creating the objects, we need to use the keyword that is new. For example, int a equals to new 5. Here we are using new word. Then we are assigning the value 5 to the a. We are not using the new keyword. We are directly assigning the value 5 to the a. Right. So it is not in the form of an object. Hence, it is not 100% pure object oriented programming language. Then next question. Programming languages that followed by the OOPS. What are the programming languages which are followed by the OOPS? Java. We already know that Java will use this OOPS concept. C++, C hash, Python, Simula, Smalltalk. These are all the languages which are using this OOPS concept. And Simula is a new word, right? Simula and Smalltalk are the new words. What is the Simula means? It is a first object-oriented programming languages. Okay, it is a first object-oriented programming language. And Smalltalk is a first purely, truly, fully object-oriented programming language, right? Will you understand that what I'm saying? It is a first purely, truly, fully object-oriented programming language. I would like to express my appreciation to the audience for their time and attention and engagement during this session. Your presence and participation have been truly encouraging me. Thank you all. Thanks a lot.